Yo, Mandem Podcast, episode 316.
We're back.
We are back.
I'm back from the mountains. Literally, I was away, man.
Yeah, up high.
Hiking.
Did you hike? Yeah.
Breathing clean air. Just looking out at the flora and the fauna, as they say.
Were you man in the valleys, basically?
Yeah. Genuinely.
Fully the valleys.
Driving there, some of the roads were like.
I've never really been too deep into like the Welsh valleys. Like that.
No, it's nice, man. It's nice.
Scenic.
Mad scenic. Like mountains with a horizon. Like
that's cold.
Look that way. Look left. More mountains. Look right.
That's cold.
What was there? What do you call it? A well? What well?
There was an actual well
running through the place that we were staying. Cold.
Mad too.
Kayaking, if you're into that sort of stuff.
You could have done it.
Yeah, could have.
But I
didn't.
Nah.
You
can't take them risks, man.
Not on that, man. Yeah, because out there, I kept thinking, someone dropped some buses their head, yeah. Might have to just bury them on the land.
No, there's no first aid box, nothing.
Bro, it's like, there's nothing. It's so quiet. At
Proper
night,
remote.
it's pitch black.
Stars on that.
Oh, it was mad. One of the rooms had a balcony, so we went out on the balcony, looked up at the sky, and the stars felt like they were like on our eyes. Like
I like that feeling.
It was
so
bomb because I felt like I was falling. It was nuts.
It feels like you're in a snow globe or something.
Yeah,
like, it looks like you can see that curve.
Oh my!
Obviously,
God.
the Earth's flat, but it looks like you can see curvature
flat,
them things. So good staycation.
Yeah, good man, good. I would say I'm recharged, but I'm not. We were there staying up till all hours of the night,
as you do,
chatting rubbish, putting the world to rights, music, all sorts of music, house music. I think was pumping at one point.
Actual house,
yeah, at like 5 a.m. But no, good. Great break. I'd encourage people to do it, man. Explore the great outdoors.
Better than a holiday.
No. Never. Just the weather alone. I think it was Storm Katrina. I was like, I don't know.
Oh, you actually in a bit of a mad? It was one of those mad ones.
It was great. Like you look outside and you're like, I'm glad there's double glazing. You know where you can see, or the light catches the rain, and you can see doing the dance.
Yeah.
It was like that. I was just like, I'm so glad I'm.
Rain's Harlem shaking.
Yeah.
Directions.
But no, all in all, yeah, staycation. I'd recommend it. Funnily enough, I did see a article this week saying that the British staycation is now over.
I feel like I had never heard this term staycation until the pandemic.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, not the term anyway. I'm not saying people didn't do it.
No, it's like it's a big thing,
but
not in our community.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that's
not in our community.
I feel like if I'm gonna take annual leave, get me out of this country for the most part. That's my general thing. But why is it over?
Because landlords who own a lot of these properties for like long stays, they got greedy. They thought COVID would be here to stay forever. They were charging bonkers prices. Okay. They got fat while everybody starved, as the saying goes. And then they have not adapted back to post-COVID.
Where you need to be coming at a lower
need
price.
To battle, because I could jump on a EasyJet flight
from
Luton and be in Algarve in 2 hours, So people are saying, it's over. Or it could be over. Or these landlords need to make some changes because, they're pricing themselves out of a nice revenue stream. But we got a decent price, middle of nowhere. And I think, if you do these things, I'd probably say if you aim for the summer, it adds to it. Yeah. But this was still nice.
Still
nice, man. Still nice.
No, that's decent, man. I
might have to get away, man.
Get it in at some point.
I think the composition of the group you go with is important as well.
It has to be. It's paramount.
You need a balance of people who don't mind chilling. You need a sprinkling of demanders.
Doers or demanders who do or demand what?
Participation.
Okay.
So you need people to, let's go, guys, we need this
events
ready
kind of.
At. Yeah. Because I'm not that person.
But when you say ready at, did you not leave?
No, but you need to.
But still to say, so at 3 o'clock we're doing this, or we're doing lunch at
quiz at boom.
Okay.
Da.
Fair.
So you need those, and then you just still need like one or two, just like absolute fruitcakes. Just odd.
Couple of jokers in it. Every pack's got at least 4 jokers.
Out of the 52, there's two jokers, I think, or 54.
Sorry, yeah.
So yeah, now we're playing card game. No, it was good, man. Nice break from the big smoke.
Oh, hey, do you know what I rate? I rate like card games and like board games and video games and all that stuff. Yeah, great, innit? But there's something about tell him I'll pick up 5.
Yeah,
that's just live.
Yeah,
like
it's the tactile element of it. I think it's similar to reading or audio book versus
say more
and reading. There's something cathartic, I think the word is, about holding the book, sitting down, not speaking to anyone else, like immersing yourself like in that moment. So yeah, I'm definitely with you. There's a game, I don't know if you've played it, you probably have. The Mind? Yeah. Oh yeah. So we were playing. Yeah, we were battling that game, and then there were a few people who hadn't played it before, who kind of were learning, and by the end of it, they're now like adjudicators.
Yeah.
They got degrees in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, all that stuff, man. It's just nice, and yeah, you just don't get to do that on a normal weekend.
I guess you know what as well. I always associate like playing blackjack or something with. It means I have time.
Yeah.
Because man, you don't just try and get a quick game of blackjack.
I got my cards with me.
Yeah. So or a holiday or some kind of rest or it's decent, man.
No, it's good, man. It's good stuff. How was your week?
All right. Still somewhat on the come down. Was in Dubai.
Yes.
I don't remember when I got back now.
Haven't even spoken to you about it.
No. You'd have just heard.
Are you ambassador now?
Yeah, I'm Turkey and
Sheik.
Man. I'll do it in brief. Because
no go yard bag, no B22s.
You can get. I could have. There was some knockoffs. Okay. There was a lot of knockoffs. Wow. There was good ones as well, but I was like, nah, man, don't go to Dubai on them yet. You know what I mean? But no, I had a good time, man. Dubai's. I kept saying it while I was out there. We were just going for a walk or whatever. Was just like on the palm, yeah. We were chatting and looking around like, I'd be like, babes, Dubai might be the promised land. You know?
Oh, is it?
Fam, it's undeniably impressive. Okay. Like, regardless of what you go in, like, you know probably what my outlook might have been.
This is somewhat of a U-turn.
Yeah, somewhat. I didn't think I would necessarily like Dubai. Obviously, I did a bit of both.
Is Black J going to get his flowers, his apologies?
He gets nothing.
For those that don't know, Black J has been
ambassador
in an ambassadorial role
for what, 9 years, maybe?
For maybe 10 decades and some change. And he was
first man to rent a yacht in Dubai.
He was berated. He was almost chased out of our WhatsApp group for entertaining the idea of supporting a state such as Dubai and slave labor. There's no culture. And I think Rich was one of the key proponents of that argument.
Yeah.
And now you're here.
Life.
Joining him.
Life, man. Comes at you fast.
Flying the Emirati flag.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd... Yeah, I mean...
What is impressive about it?
Everything.
Wow.
Like, just everything. Like, it's particularly coming from like this country, and like this country feels like it's in decline and all that kind of stuff. They just feel like they have a lot of things done right, correctly. Things work. It's just very impressive. It's nice. It's peaceful. It's calm. You don't have a threat of any kind of violence or theft, and like you just feel like it's calm. Like,
wow. And do you think this is a privilege thing? Because not everyone probably feels the same way. Somewhat.
I feel like whenever you go to another country, your outlook is very different from the locals, just period. But I don't think my outlook or feeling was unique. I feel like a lot of people feel that way. And then, you see what you said about the like slave labor, all of that kind of stuff, I had that little...
So you're with it.
You're with it now. Up free labor. No, I had that mental gymnastics thing going on. But then I really thought about it and I was like, we're in the UK. The headquarters of the British Empire. Bro, I don't know if I can say anything about anyone. When you deep it. And people say that's the past, but then you can look at what people are doing today.
Yeah, a lot like, of the builders, NHS, hotels,
it's the same model.
Service industry.
Is all I'm saying, and it felt hypocritical
Just without the passports being held.
Yeah, so I spoke to, because my brother lives out there, innit?
Yeah,
I spoke to him about it. I said, how's that thing kind of work? And what he's saying is that it's more of a visa issue.
Okay.
So you don't get a visa unless you're employed. So your employee has to have your passport.
Oh, okay.
But
like when you go to the hotels and they take your thing, I always find that weird.
The spooky, innit?
Back, man.
And he was saying like it's a thing where some of them are techie that you might just bust out. So they kind of want to like hold your passport like longer. It's like it's not a thing. It is a thing, but it's more like, if you're going on holiday, they want to know like how long you're gone for, when you're coming back.
Oh, okay.
Stuff like that. So it kind of is, but it's kind of, it's more of a process than like a force, like where you can't, do you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, there's some context to that. But no, like very impressive place. Did actually get to see some culture there as well. Went to like more like downtown and like to the souks.
I heard downtown's a little bit.
Not for me. Maybe I've been to like.
Heard it's different.
I've been to bare downtowns in like worse places. So I don't know. I didn't feel like anyone was gonna pick. I felt like that man was giving my mad respect.
And no, not as it's just a little. The veneer's not there. And not veneer teeth, as in like all the Essex people.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Like the luster of Dubai.
Yeah, it's not as impressive, but then it feels like I've never actually been to Istanbul or somewhere like that. But then it feels like just more like
that hustle and bustle,
an Arab city, if that makes sense. Because when you're in the heart of it, it doesn't necessarily feel that. It feels mad Western.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
when you're at the Burj and
the Western vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
probably unavoidable.
Yeah. That's what most people go for Dubai. But no, nice place, man.
Okay.
Definitely go again.
Decent, man. Decent. And you'll be going back.
Yeah, I've got to see my brother and all of that anyway. But I would like.
It's a good reason, good excuse.
Yeah. I'll be back over there for sure.
Nice, man. Nice. Sure. The holiday blues gone has been.
Oh, so that's what I was actually saying.
In the UK,
so
is that cured?
Was it last? So when I got back, it was the bank holiday with the Monday off. So I had a 4-day week, kind of like.
I nearly had a crazy feeling, but I got rid of it.
What?
The Easter holiday that just went might have been better than some Christmases.
Why?
I felt like I did.
Did you take like the whole week off and shit? Like
no, I just had the 4 in a row. So I had the Friday off and then the Monday. But there was a mixture, like a little bit of social, family, outdoors.
Your cups were full.
Yeah, overflowing. So yeah, it came to him. I was like, is this better than Christmas? And then I had to just like say, chill.
It's different though. It could be. You get a bit of, I mean, we didn't really have much heat in that, but yeah.
There was more outside them. But yeah, it came to my mind. I was like, chill, man. I'll review it next year and then I'll make my full stance.
Yeah.
But you were saying?
Yeah, my holiday blues, I think this week kicked my ass. Like, it was just like 5 days in a row. And yeah, this week was just a slumpers. So, and a touch of holiday blues, but I think we're through it now.
Okay, yeah. And it's bright, we're both wearing shorts, so.
Yes.
Somewhat of a summer.
May it continue, man.
Be, on the way. I don't know if you saw, it's the biggest news away from rap news. OJ Simpson passed away
Thursday.
I say out of nowhere, but why would I ever know about a celebrity passing? But it felt like a shock.
It felt like a shock. He had been, I'd seen OJ like on Twitter. And like he was really like doing videos and
Cameron and Mason show.
Yeah. They got him on. I want to say recently. It's probably a lot longer than I think. But yeah, like he had been, particularly for a man of that age or that generation, very active online. So it was a surprise, and I think it's a surprise when people die for the most part. Yeah, even though because he had cancer, pancreatic cancer.
That's that one can get you in weeks.
That's what I've heard. So, but the report said that he was surrounded by family and loved ones and all that. Which
he had 2 kids with Nicole, I think.
Yeah.
Where I wonder if those kids were there. It's a techie one, isn't it?
It's a techie one. Like, oh man, I can't even begin to to work my way through it. But at the same time, that if you lose a parent, that's your remaining parent. Do you know what I mean? Like, how could you not? Even if that person is or isn't allegedly whatever, how I don't see how you're going to be able to fight the feelings of love from your parent. Do you know what I mean? regardless what the world is saying.
Yeah, and if he's said to them, "I didn't do it,"
they're a child. Probably buy it. Maybe it's you grow up. I don't know, man.
It's a sticky one.
That's a quagmire.
Wouldn't wish that on anyone. But yes, surrounded by loved ones, passed away peacefully.
But yeah, it felt like a shock. So I'd seen it. I think I I was at work. I went to the kitchen to grab some water or something. I was like, and then because we got my thing is the screens everywhere, innit?
Yeah.
We got a Sky News desk and all of that. And then I saw, OJ Simpson dies age, I want to say 76,
was it? I think?
It was 70. I won't say 9. It's probably 76. And I was like, oh shit. OJ. I come back. I was like, OJ died.
Initial feelings. Was it like a good riddance? Was it that's a black icon, or just a cultural icon?
I would say it wasn't good riddance. I don't feel like I really have that feeling when anybody dies.
Oh, okay.
I mean, can you name someone? When they died, you was like, yeah, thank God.
No, I don't think it was that. I'm trying to think. It comes to mind where I'm like, bothered.
I know people when Margaret Thatcher died. There was a particular song that went number 1.
People kicking up, yeah.
What's the song? It was Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead.
Celebrations and that.
Yeah, like that went to number 1, which is that's crazy.
Sometimes I think it's justified, man.
I'm not saying it's not, but personally,
don't sit right with you.
I just can't think of anyone I've been like, yes.
Because in a lot of WhatsApp groups, it was R.I.P. Juice.
People were saying Juice nicknames.
Yeah. Terms of endearment.
And then that's what I said. I came back to our room and I was like, OJ died, blah 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 blah. And I was like, an American icon? Question mark.
Definitely is.
I mean, I feel like you're 100% right. We, particularly then, are not followers, particularly of the NFL. It's just not a sport that's regularly on TV here. It's still a bit tricky to watch now in 2024. We're talking back in what, the 90s?
This is 90s, yeah. Well, when he would have transferred into Hollywood at that point.
Yes. So I think undoubtedly, I will have to mention it now. I was thinking it could be a bring it. No, I'll mention it now. You have to watch. You may have watched it back in the day.
The best documentary ever.
Maybe made. Ever. I think it was awarded, or at least Oscar nominated.
I think that's the best documentary that's ever been made.
7 hours something. It's called OJ Simpson or OJ Made in America. It's the best, as Dan says, it's the best documentary. If you wouldn't see the entirety and try and really understand someone, you have to watch that documentary. I imagine it used to be on BBC iPlayer. I imagine it's going to be back
still on iPlayer, and I think from what I was reading, it's now on Disney Plus.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I think if you search it on BBC iPlayer, you might have to search it under another name. But yeah, the internet is your friend. Google's your friend.
Yeah, definitely watch that. But yeah, undoubtedly an icon. One of the, maybe the, no, I'm going to say one of the craziest stories of modern times.
Yeah. I remember the verdict. I remember the case. And I remember being at your house.
Oh, really?
As a kid. And my dad coming to pick me up. And then it would be 6 o'clock. And then that would be the first news story. Then we kind of get a little summary.
This is your daily catch up.
Boom. Yeah, this has happened. And yeah, I remember the whole thing. Nuts.
I don't remember that, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I remember it vividly, man. Crazy times. My question to you is not, do you think he was guilty of said murder? Do you think that the verdict would be any different today? And why?
God damn, that's a question. I don't know. So immediately when you ask me that, my mind's gone to parallels between now and then.
Yeah.
One of the big reasons, and a lot of people again watch the documentary, but say that the OJ Simpson case went the way it did, was because I don't know if it was that same year, but I believe it's 92.
So it's 92. Rodney King got his ass beat.
Yeah,
by the
captured
LAPD.
on TV. Kicked off the LA riots, and a lot of people saw OJ Simpson as LA, the state of LA, versus a black man, and trying to felt like it was justice or like a correction of the record for what happened to Rodney King versus this.
Irrespective of the, I guess, evidence and details from OJ's case.
So that was
they're saying America was a tinderbox.
It was high in the memory of the people, and people thought if he is found guilty,
what next?
They're gonna tear the city down. So I say that to say the closest thing to that at the moment would be like the Black Lives Matter thing.
Okay.
Where people talk to the streets. It's the closest comparison. Yeah. Or if it was like, let's say this was Marcus Rashford, Or if in the UK, it would be like the London riots or something. That would be the closest comparison. Did you ask me if the verdict would be the same?
Would the verdict be the same today?
I don't know, man. But what I do know is that Twitter would be a minefield.
Crazy.
Something like this today would probably be the most spoken about event
in modern history.
Yeah. Easily.
Yeah.
Would it be the same? I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes because I think money talks.
Yes.
And a lot of OJ made so much money over the course of his career. He was the first like sports ambassador in a lot of situations, and kind of led the way for your Michael Jordans and whatnot, to be totally honest. So I think he would have had enough money to influence public opinion. And I think whether right or wrong, I think money usually gets the job done.
Yeesh. Yeah, so it's funny you say that. I think a former employee at a law firm, she came out and mentioned because as you can't libel people if they're dead. There's no libel, there's no slander if someone's dead.
So you can say what you want.
You can say what you want, basically.
Now.
Yeah, and she came out and said that they were paid off by Rob Kardashian and co.
Who was?
Two women were silenced and they went to a law firm to sign an NDA to basically say they can't speak on these cases, take this money, hush money, because he had been accused of battering two blonde women previously. And as you say, money talks. I think the verdict would be different today.
You think he's found guilty?
I think he's found guilty, sent down, keys thrown away forever.
Why?
An eternity. I feel that...
Why is it different?
Racial tensions haven't gone away, but I think they're less heightened as they are. I think also there is the rise of the right as well. I think that plays a part in that certain things are now acceptable. Discriminatory terms.
So you said you think he gets guilty, yeah?
So I think he gets guilty.
Okay.
I think that whoever or the powers that be, I don't think that there's enough influence in, I guess, the black case as it stands. And I think, we've seen the rise of the right. So I think that would influence judges, juries, to say, whatever, man. Like, we don't care. You lot rise up if you want. Like, we don't care. Like, this is what we're doing right now. It's the alt-right's time, far right, all them and all the brotherhoods and all this stuff. I think he's going. I think he's getting buried under the jail in 2024, and also DNA. There's a bigger
advances.
It's more understood. I think there was a 1 in 300 billion chance that it was somebody else, but that was inadmissible in court.
Course,
and I think it was just due to the lack of understanding about how
science
thing works.
Really.
I think Johnny Cochran and Kardashian were saying, so that means that there's a chance that it could be someone else. And I think there was 2 pairs of the shoes that were worn on the night of the murder. They made like an impression or a footprint. So there were 2 pairs of those shoes, some Italian shoes. OJ was one owner and the other owner was from New York, so a million miles away from LA, the Hollywood Hills and whatnot.
I don't remember that piece of evidence, you know?
And
I just think about the glove.
They dismissed it and said, so it could be that other person, basically. And they were like, cool, all right, so we can't use that. Which is mad. So I think we've come a long way in terms of the judiciary system. And I think, people just don't care enough anymore. the race thing's not.
It's not what it was.
No, not what it once was, man.
I had a question. Oh yeah, so I said an icon.
Yeah,
an American icon.
I would say global.
Yeah, that was my next question.
Yeah, global.
White Bronco.
And that's not to say, that we agree, or I agree with what he was accused of.
Of course not.
But iconic. The world stood still for that case. You mentioned his name after that. In like pop culture, like there's not many bigger names and bigger stories, and more like, I don't know, captivating stories than this. It's mad. It's like, as you said, you mentioned Marcus Rashford. It's like a player of that ilk today, or LeBron going crazy, or Patrick Mahomes just
a star in it, like
going crazy. Allegedly. Do you see the New York Post's front page? No. I think they said something like Nicole Brown's killer's finally dead.
Didn't even say his name.
Yeah.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder what some of the other papers would have said. What did the New York Times say? Maybe I think they would have to be a bit more professional potentially. But yeah, man, it kind of shows you that all of this stuff is opinions and agendas. And
it's a lot of power and
narratives,
man. Yeah. And I think in that whistleblower, there's a tweet that she released, and she worked at this law firm where they sorted out the NDAs for these women. She was like, "This is why I hate the Kardashians." Like to this day, it's like what they stand for. And I was like, I hear you, sis. From back then, they've been just on power, influence, running P, for the wrong reasons, air quotes. And yeah, then it continues today.
What's changed?
Nothing. They say we learn, but nothing has changed, man. But yeah, mad story. OJ is now done.
R.I.P. the Juice.
Let's move on, man. Speaking of R.I.P. J. Cole's rap career.
No.
Since the last episode of the podcast, there has been an apology from J. Cole. What did you make of that at his own
Dreamfield Festival
concert festival last night? Took to the stage, apologized to Kendrick Lamar and played "Love Yours" after.
Said it didn't sit right with my soul,
with his spirit and all this stuff. What did you think? Was it that deep? Like, why? Like, were you crying about?
I didn't think it was that deep. I didn't think. So, first person shooter was to suffer a lot of people, the thing that kicked this off, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think Cole's verse was a shot at Kendrick. I didn't think it was. I was saying this to Les last week. I was just thinking, as a rapper, you're supposed to say I'm the best. That's all I see it is. Like every rapper says they're the best.
Said big three as well.
And yeah, so in my opinion, I'm acknowledging you. I'm acknowledging that you're cold. So I didn't think it was a shot in the first place. Kendrick definitely did, and you always have a right to respond or to reply.
Took his time responding.
Very much so. When
so
did that, call
it 6 months, people are saying. 5 to 6 months.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
It's a very long time.
People are saying Aubrey needs to respond now.
Yes. I said this on last week's episode, but I think people think Drake needs to respond now because of a tone he set when he was in beef with Meek, as well as Pusha, to be fair. More so Meek, though, because Meek was touring with Nicki.
Yeah.
Is that your girls tour? Is that world tour?
Still one of the worst bars ever, but
yeah, it's kind of lame, innit?
Yeah, it's
but kind of slapped, I guess. But yeah, so he set that tone. So really, if you're telling man they should respond in 48 hours, whatever it may be,
what did he say? I waited for 4 days. Where y'all at? I drove here in a Wraith bumping A or Ab. So 4 days.
4 days, which
handsome.
Was that 96 hours? Something like
that. Yeah.
So but he's on a mission. He's late in it. But apology. I didn't like it.
Bit soggy.
Didn't like it. I feel like Cole has... I don't know if... I want to say it's tarnished his legacy. I don't know if it has tarnished his legacy. Because if you know Cole and the way he's come up and throughout his entire rap career, you never thought he would be in a beef. I never saw him having a beef.
No.
I thought if he did have a beef, good luck to whomever. But I never saw it coming. And I thought... Again, on last week's pod, I was like, it's good because it seems like a key factor in assessing someone's career.
You need to have one rap beef.
You have to beat somebody up at some point.
That's what they keep saying. Who's your bodies?
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to get a big bounty. If you body Kendrick, I didn't mind his diss. A lot of people thought it was weak and stuff like that. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was all right.
I'm not mad at the might delete later tape, by the way.
I like the line. A lot of people don't like it.
He said he might take it off of DSPs as well.
I think that's silly. Apparently, he might take the 7-minute drill.
Yeah,
but I don't think he should do that either. It is what it is. We've all heard it. It's out there.
Said,
It's light as well. You should be. This is my thing. You should be allowed to spar
with your friend or like your.
Like if me and you are kicking ball or we're boxing and you're the best and we've been coming up to like let's have a fight. Like it's what we do. It's not big and serious. And what was said wasn't crazy.
You think he's gonna start the new West Coast versus North Carolina?
It was never gonna happen.
Kendrick can't go to North Carolina or Fayetteville. Yeah,
no one goes.
No
there.
one's
unless you're at Dreamville. Yeah, Dreamville Fest. There's no reason for you to be there. On the flip side, though, I think cool. You felt like you got drawn out because that's what ultimately we were saying. It was like I got drawn out.
Acting out of character.
I'm acting out of character, which I do believe is true. So man, I shouldn't have done that. I feel like you should have just said that. Like, I mean, I would have shouted my man. If anything, if I'm him, I'd say, bro, I got drawn out. Is what it is. I do some interviews, and at the end of my career, I say that's my one regret. Blah. I didn't think he needed to go. But at the same time, I'm one that's always said, public embarrassment requires public apology. So by my own rules, I get it. But I wish he never done that.
Rap rules?
No, it's against the rules. That's why everyone's flipped out about it.
Yeah.
Something else I was going to say. What I'm realizing is that I'm looking at rap beef, rap battles, clashes differently now. I think what Cole has been doing, and this is why I'm annoyed he got drawn out, but what he has been doing is actually the fairest contest and where you can actually see when someone's better. We go on the same track, and I bar you out.
Everyone, I
don't even have to be coming for you. I just show you that I'm a superior rapper. And I think that he's been doing that. And that's why everyone's been saying, this guy's got the coldest pen. He's the one. I didn't think he actually needed, in retrospect, when I look back, he didn't actually need that. I also feel like if you want the fairest clash, beef, Kendrick and Drake should go on the same track. Because I look at it like, it's like man having the fastest time on 2 different racetracks.
Let's just race together,
bro. Let's go on the same racetrack and see who wins. Like it just makes sense.
I'm here for the diss tracks. I think what Cole did was bare confusing because as people say, it's the art of rap. This is what people do, penmanship, and this is how it started. People were clashing, yada. And I agree. Like him sending and then unsending, trying to recall an email. It's done, bro. They've got
I've Googled bare. How do I?
It's too late.
It's landed.
It's out the bag. Was mad. And I think, obviously that is now a stick to batter him with. But at the same time, I do like if it don't sit right with your spirit, like don't get tricked out your position. And as one of my friends always says, he says, if the information changes, I'll change my opinion. So if he feels different and his body's giving him data and saying, nah, man, this ain't the one,
be true
fair
to yourself.
Play. So in terms of for self, I think it's good. But in terms of entertainment and I guess like reputation, it's not great. And now it just leaves us for the remaining big 2. What do they call it? Joe Budden was called it 2 and a possible.
2 and a possible.
It just leaves us for them now.
I think we see it as though it's a 1-on-1. It's very much not a 1-on-1 though.
Is Drake being ganged up on?
It's like, what is it, like 7-on-1?
He's getting rushed,
Man are giving him like, the gangland initiation kind of like.
He's getting stomped
They're going to punch him up.
Stomped out.
But I kind of fancy Aubrey, man. I think this is I'm looking at whatever he pens and whatever comes out. They're all gonna go and have been. If you've heard any of We Still Don't Trust You.
Good album.
I like the change up from the first. I'm very happy that the music's different. But it's easier for me to record a cold diss track when I got 7 man to go at? I can batter bare man.
Yeah.
Well, you're all going to be trying to say probably the same things about me. One.
Yeah, and you're seeing a bit of that on this. We still don't trust you. ASAP's getting drawn in.
Yeah, it's
recruited. But I think what he can do, he can probably brush a few of them.
Like certain men are getting 2 bars.
I do think that Future and Kendrick are harder tasks.
Yes.
Even Ross possibly, but then Ross has had his issues in the past, and there are things that you could say to Ross.
Yeah, there's obvious things you can say to Ross.
But yeah, Future is where I think it'll probably be fairly tricky, possibly trickier than Kendrick.
Yeah, I can see that. Do you know
how do you combat? Cool.
How do you combat? Ooh, yeah, undeniably cool.
What do you say? You can't say you're a deadbeat.
You can just
he embraces that.
You can diss the pen,
possibly.
Just say like you just got to mumble rap him to death. Do you know what it is? What comes to mind? Obviously, people want to see this bout. I'm more interested in what was the catalyst.
Yeah, so
because Rick Ross unfollowed him. I don't know if the Weeknd unfollowed him, but Weeknd's dissing him now. I can understand ASAP's. Who else was there? I think Nav even unfollowed him. I want to know what Drake did.
People are saying that for all of these people to react this way, there must be something.
Because that's how I look at it. With Ross, I'm like, you're not on Drake, but maybe he's committed a sin.
Supposedly, a lot of it is around women.
That's what and a man are just like, yeah, that ain't right.
Because I think Drake the other day, after Ross unfollowed him, invited Drake's baby mum,
Ross's baby mum,
to the concert. But I also do think it might be as simple as he's got the number 1 spot. That's it. I think that comes with the territory. You got a target on your back if you're number 1.
How does that sit with you? Like, if you're the guy, and all these men that were your friends, your mates, your buddies, benefited
the Drake stimulus packages.
We've done albums together. Yeah. We've made classics together over a decade practically now. I'd be like, fuck all these man. Like, you man, really?
Me? Yeah. You see that where it's training day where Denzel's like, yeah. Similar to that. I'd feel away, but I think it's to be expected. And Jay-Z did say this to him.
I was going to say, this has been playing on my mind.
Here's how they're going to come at you.
That's what that's how he needs to start whatever he thinks.
Okay.
Because no one's going to disagree with what Jay said.
No.
So you quote Jay, and then you come in and you say, well, this was always going to happen. So here we are. Let's fight.
Called it, man. This is why you got to listen to the OGs sometimes, the credible ones,
with silly rap feuds trying to distract you.
And even Jay-Z's gone at Drake. Like, they have a little back and forth thing. Yeah. I saw a bar quoted today, and it was Scorpion Bricks way before Aubrey's double disc. Like, what?
When's that? What's that from?
I can't remember the song, but I do know the bar.
That must be quite. Scorpion was pretty. That's 2018 now.
Or so.
Yeah. Wow, that one.
But yeah, they're always jabbing at each other, and I think that's what it is, man. When you're number 1, you're going to have a target on your back. And especially, if you get with people's women. And it's crazy. People always say, I ain't fighting over this and that and money over this and that. It's usually one of the issues. It's just those fine women. These BBOs got these guys in a headlock.
Going crazy. Yeah. Who's really in control, man?
It's nuts. People saying Drake was supposed to drop last night.
Yes.
After it. Do you think we will get a reaction from him? Seen the Vibes Cartel stuff?
Will we be talking about Drake's diss on the next pod?
No chance. I think he's dodging it, and I don't rate it.
Oh, you don't rate him dodging it?
Like people response. Need this music.
I feel I was thinking the other. I think we get something within the next week.
Okay.
I would like to. I've heard that he's dropped. So he was supposed to. There were certain tracks where he's a feature on of other artists, and he's
he held back.
Nope, can't drop that now.
Was it Boss Man D-Lo? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was a lesser known artist.
Yeah. I can't remember which artist.
So I feel like he's in the studio. He's focusing. This guy can write, man.
He's hinting as well.
Yeah, there's nods. He's alluding to X, Y, and Z. So I don't know. I don't know if he does Drake. Is he going to recruit more players to his team like the others have?
I don't think the recruitment will be involved in like the first diss tracks. I think who he rolls with over the next couple of years, that will be kind of the recruitment. Like even this week, he was seen with Source Walker, and Source Walker doesn't like Future, and him and Drake had issues in the past, but they're seen together in the strip club.
The enemy of the enemy is my friend.
So yeah, it's kind of getting him on board. So I think there'll be recruitment, smart recruitment like that. But I don't think it's going to play a part in the nuclear diss tracks that we're set to hear. But yeah, I don't think we're going to get anything anytime soon, and I'm very disappointed about it.
I want something soon, and yeah, he'll be in question if he doesn't drop something. I'll give him 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Fair. And J. Cole popping up on the We Still Don't Trust You.
Red Leather. Cold verse.
Good verse.
Very good verse. And this is why I was just like, I wish you would just stayed clean out of it and just keep doing this. I did think, I was surprised by it. I was like, ooh, I was like, is that Cole? Is that, am I hearing it right? I was like, I swear down, Cole's on it. So now it seems like it's almost more snaky. But I don't think that's the case.
It came out that, it was recorded, before all of this hoo-ha. But yeah, the rap game is an absolute mess.
It's in a wild place.
As it stands. Yeah. Any more? So from this week, what you seen? What's weighing heavy on your head? What have you bumped into this week? One thing that came to me, this week is random. Who is the most menacing person you've been in the presence of?
The most menacing person that in real life.
In real life, yeah, man.
Oh man, I haven't been in the presence of a menace in a while. I can tell you that because I almost don't remember what it feels like. There was a couple. I guess I'm thinking younger. I feel like there was a couple bad man that you didn't even have to necessarily know who they were.
Where are they now, Rich? Are they dead or in jail?
I don't know. Probably one of those two, though.
Good riddance.
There would be like a couple bad man that you might catch in the barbers.
Oh,
okay. I honestly don't remember any of these guys' names. But you just felt the presence being like, yeah, I'm around something evil. Some
scary guys.
Yeah. I can't think of anybody specifically, you know. I feel like a lot of the I don't know, like fighters and stuff like that, they're actually like nice guys now.
Yeah.
They're not just like this demons or anything like that. That's a mad question.
Yeah.
Is there someone that comes to mind?
There's a rapper from North London. I see him in the barbers one time, and the presence was mad.
I feel like I know who you might.
Someone was about to get their trim, or maybe it started. You know when you're getting the fade and they do the set line,
squared you up at the back.
I think the set line was in. The paper thing on the paper neck tag, and my man has walked into the barbers on not like a scanning thing where he's walked in, whatever. I walked in, clang, clang, held up all the barbers, come back and like stood by his barber, and then it's kind of like, yeah, my man's his trim's now. So then what are we doing? But I think the guy with the set line in there, he knew he felt the presence, so it was like, cool, man. Calm.
Man said, yeah,
this is what I wanted. This trim is what I want. This half trim.
I'm cool.
What I asked for. My beard's not shaped up. The underside of the neck.
So you've seen this all play out. So
I've moved further down the line as well.
Everyone just take a step
Everyone
back.
just push
so he's come out the chair.
Yeah.
And then he's in the waiting room area again.
He's sitting on the chair.
On the bench. Yeah. Oh man, and he waits and then he jumps back in.
You gotta get back in, finish off.
Oh, that's mad.
Big stuff.
That's
but yeah,
mad.
the rapper, he got his hair cut. He's calm and that's out. Didn't care. That was bare menacing.
Do you want to say who it is?
Nah. I don't. Everyone, you can guess.
Fill the blank in.
Yeah, it's up to you if you want.
Yeah, the menacing people I felt is like those ones. Those certain presences I feel like it was more when we was just younger. You might be on road. You might. One of your, like, you typically know this person, or if you did, you probably wouldn't feel that menace. But like one of your boys might know my man, and you know of my man, and he's about, and he's showing like people in your circle love, so you kind of feel safe.
But at the same time,
but he doesn't know you, so you're like, oh, could it go left? Maybe I'm
introducing yourself.
Maybe I'm gonna laugh a bit harder at these jokes.
Maybe. Just trying to make it home, man.
Maybe I've seen man like bust up at shit jokes,
but yeah,
because there's a boss in town.
Gotta play the game, man. You gotta make it home. As Skepta once said, the aim of the game is to make it back home.
Make it back.
That's it. Whatever happens in between that, it's up to you. But yeah, just make it home. Another menacing. It was like a menacing batch.
I feel like I know who you're talking about.
They're from there where you used to live. And they came down to our school on like antics, like no good intentions. And we've ended up on the bus with them, lower deck. It's a double decker.
Everyone's lower deck.
No, I think they might have gone to the top deck to do what they need to do.
Yeah,
collect some phones, charitable donations. And we've gotten to a bus stop, and they come from the top of the bus. They're about to hop off, whatever. Come down, barge people out the way, got what they need, and cool. They popped off. They're the last to get off, and they're kind of like not done though. And then they kind of look back at the bus.
They've come off already though.
They're off, and there's just one like little kid, whatever. We're all like young, standing by the door, minding his business, trying to pretend that he can't see them, whatever. But this menacing guy, he's like locked eyes with him, kind of thing. He's just grabbed onto him.
You're coming with us.
The kid's fighting for his life, squealing. You see, like a pig about to be executed. He is fighting for his life, but there's just too many of them. It's like hyenas.
Yeah,
they've absolutely consumed him. They've dragged him off the bus. The doors have closed. The bus drivers, ta-da. And I don't know what happened. But that looking said menacing guy, he's like small. He was the leader of their batch. Like he was bare menacing.
It's the unassuming guy. Usually, I would say it's unassuming. You can feel the menace, but it's not the super obvious person.
No. Small pit bull terrier, and they got that guy off the bus, and I just kept looking straight because I didn't need to see what was happening.
Yeah, I don't know him anymore.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah, it's peak, man. But when you look back, growing up was crazy.
It's bad.
I remember one time shouting you, and I think you as the idiot. You had one of them dickhead voicemails where where you
where you
pretend you answered.
Yeah. Yo,
so I'm ringing off Dan's phone for time because I know man from my school are coming down and they've come for donations. So I'm like, Dan, I don't know what's going on here, but just get here today, make it home, blah blah blah. And then I've obviously I'm ringing you. It's rang out, and then I hear, yo, I can't really hear you. So I'm saying bare things fast, and then it's on voicemail.
Yes, yeah.
I'm like, what's happened? What's happened?
It was a childish voicemail to have still. I was a kid.
Yeah, man. It was
gotta survive, man.
It was peak, man.
Gotta survive. They're talking about this on Free Shots on one of their latest episodes. Talking about, do you think it's more dangerous these days or in the past? Youth clubs, lack of youth clubs. I think it's probably the same. We just see a lot of it is just broadcast now.
I think it's the same. I think there's more. I want to say danger. It's not more danger. I think there's more. Yeah, you could say more danger. More likelihood of something going fatal. Man, just run around with stupid knives now.
Oh, okay, yeah, the old zombie killers and machetes down the leg.
All
Excalibur. These kids,
crazy swords. They're actually swords. I don't feel like there was that back in the day, but I felt like there was way more likelihood of man just punching you up, just battering you for no reason. Like for your phone. I feel like if man are getting bored up now, it's not because man are trying to steal phones.
Oh, you don't think so?
No, I think it's because we've got history or we're ops. I feel like it's more that. I may be wrong in it. But I feel like back then you were going to get battered for your phone. I feel like now you could get stabbed but it's because there's more something there.
I feel like people are still getting the old robberies and whatnot.
I don't see what you rob a man for their phone now.
Yeah, phone.
You can't do too much on it, bro.
So much on them nowadays, and like kids are wearing Canada. The Canada Gooses are going. The Bubble Monclairs, they're going. Gucci pouches.
I can see now you say that. I'm thinking just phones, innit?
Yeah, e-scooter.
Oh, scooters. Yeah.
Goodness me. Yeah, it's a mess out there.
I remember seeing a man we know, friend of the man, almost got robbed for his dog. Man, we're gonna take his dog.
How does that even?
I don't know how it didn't happen, to be honest.
They probably just thought do I have space for it? Why am I taking a dog?
Yeah,
what's his name? We gotta rename it.
Hey, we're gonna take
now.
His
You
dog,
gotta buy chum and pedigree and all this stuff.
So it's a lot to take on, isn't it?
Yeah. Stealing dogs is that's a lot. That's low level stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's possibly similar. I don't think it's massively worse. I just think a lot of it is rose tinted spectacles as well.
Yeah, we've graduated
Classic,
from that.
Yeah, in my day.
We're
nearly there. Yeah, we're nearly there. We're nearly there in my day, guys. But yeah, I just don't want to hear the mention of youth clubs. Did you ever go to a youth club?
Maybe like once or twice. We weren't really youth club youths. We were more on road, innit?
Just
outside. We weren't really youth club. And the biggest youth club would have been Ops. Like again, where I guess maybe me a bit more than you grew up. We were on the cusp of so many different ends.
Yeah,
like you go too far down that road, you're in that end. You go too far down that road, you're in that man's end, and that. So I feel like because of that, no youth club was
in your vicinity.
Yeah, none was like you had a base there.
You have to travel to a.
Yeah, so it didn't really make sense. So
I know, like, and when people always talk about youth clubs, I know like a lot of trouble happened at youth club. Like,
bear them.
Like, so yeah, I don't look back and think of them as like some answer or solution.
Yeah, people going like it's like I guess it's a bit of a watering hole, isn't it? But nah, there's better trouble. From my girl telling me that she used to go Damilola Taylor Center. That was her youth club.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, that's of course it's gonna be trouble.
It's just young kids all in one place. Like,
like it's a bit of a disaster, but at least more people know each other, maybe. Which
that's one of the points that Marvin Abbey made it on Free Shots. So there would be one, I think, in Devon's Road, which is in East, and he'd say people from Bow would be there. You might even get some people from like maybe Canning Town traveling down. Like all sorts of different people would cross paths from there, and that is probably how you get some Stratford people there, and that's probably the main benefit of it. Is like you have I've played table tennis with my man, so if you see my man out, it's like.
So I would agree with that, but I think there's a peak or there's a window where you should be. I'm still talking from the perspective of a young male, anyway, where you should be in the youth club.
Okay,
and I think
what age is that, or what window?
It's younger, so I think it's from like 7 to 12.
Okay,
maybe 13.
Yeah.
Once the youths hit 14. And that testosterone comes in, and you got ego, and you're actually interested in girl now.
Yeah,
it's different. It's a different energy. So if you can link, if your child, let's say, can meet up with loads of kids and they're actually kids from different places and all that at that age, and lock in some relationships, you'll skate through a lot of later down the line. Fair. And you'll know man and all that.
I'll probably agree.
Before man were.
Before the testosterone's running through,
before man turned real menace, or do you know what I mean? So
so maybe we should bring back the youth clubs.
If you do that, it should be just those ages
just for
allowed.
For like 8 to 12-year-olds. Yeah, it's very very mad. But yeah, shout out to all the menaces, man, wherever they may be.
You helped us grow up in that, man. Help me say no to my manager and that.
Yes,
I got the courage because of you.
We made it. we made it through. But yeah, shout out to all the menaces near, far, and some the retired menaces. As you said, some of them are really cool nowadays.
Some of them reformed. Which is I always like seeing that. To be fair,
made it up. Yeah, it's good. It's good to see. Any more, Rich? Whilst we're on Mac,
I think we're probably done. Do you have any bring-ins?
This week, there's been a fair bit of good music knocking around.
There's a lot of music recently. A lot. Almost so much so that I don't know what to have as a bring-in. Like,
there's so much going on. I am going to go for Sinead Harnett.
Yes.
She's back with a little EP called Burn, and the song I'm going to bring in from that is called Thinking Less.
Nice. Do I have a bring in? I don't think I do. Are you watching Married at First Sight, by the way, then?
No, still haven't
Australia.
started. I heard this one's good.
This one's
but then so is also Love is Blind. I heard this season's crazy.
I think the missus watched that without me.
Fair.
Shares.
Tough.
Another one.
Tough gig.
Yeah, no, I've just started watching it and it's bloody good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Australians do it better.
They do it very well, man.
Mm-hmm.
They do it well. So I was thinking that we were bringing. Man, I haven't really been watching much else. Oh no, I gotta bring in.
Let's go.
I watched this maybe last Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a bit of a funny one from me. It is a Piers Morgan interview.
Whoa,
with
promoting that.
Eddie and Barry Hearn. Both of them. Very interesting.
Is it?
Very interesting. Very, very good watch.
Mm-hmm.
Very good watch. Seeing their relationship.
GB News or one of those.
YouTube, just on YouTube. Yeah, I don't even know. Maybe it's from Talk to. No, it's actually in like Matchroom HQ or their house. Okay. It's in their house. I think
that big old house. Yeah.
Yeah, but to hear like Barry's story, like them, he started from zilch. Like he said that like he never went clothes shopping. Like a man would bring a suitcase to the house and you just see if something fitted you, and like they started from the bottom. And then to see, obviously he gets a massive level, reaches a massive level of success. Then he has Eddie, and Eddie was some privileged youth.
Yeah. But
his dad's proper working class, and the things his dad made him do, they had a fight, innit?
Oh, is it?
But they both put in a boxing ring.
Who won?
Eddie done his thing. And he said at that
supposedly
point,
he can kind of he
can rumble. He said at that point, he was like, "Oh no, Eddie's gonna be all right." Okay. And then like Eddie's like, obviously, I didn't start from the bottom kind of thing. But my thing is now I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna create a new ceiling on this thing.
Yeah, his thing is I was silver spoon, but I've turned it to a platinum spoon or something.
Yeah. So I think he might even say that. But very good watch, and just to see their relationship, they're so competitive.
It's mad, father and son.
So competitive. They've got like a scoreboard of like everything. They go back and chat. Yeah, it's jokes. But yeah, it was unexpected. I didn't really expect to be watching it.
Shout out to the algorithm.
But yeah, good watch, man. Good watch. Eddie and Barry Hearn with an interview with Piers Morgan.
Check
that out on your YouTube.
Nice.
That's it. That's episode 316. Yeah,
Thanks
again, I've forgotten to tell you to like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, retweet, X. But could you do that, please? Really appreciate it.
Don't get it done.
It's the Mandem Podcast.
Keep it locked.